Welcome back to the Foundation. This is Beethoven, giving you some arrangement sauce. I think when you understand arranging and how not things should sound arranged, but the potential of which the sounds that you put into your loops can be arranged, then it makes the mixing easier. It makes you being able to put the combinations of sounds in easier, because during your song, you probably don't want all the sounds playing all the time, unless you get to like the chorus or something like that. In that case, you probably do want some type of mixing so things sound a little bit more clear. But understand that like you don't have to do all this crazy mixing if your sounds, your instruments are combined with other sounds and instruments within that same project that sound good, while leaving out the other instruments that might clash with them somewhere else within the project. And like, you might want to be able to put two sounds that clash together. That's fine, right? Then you can at least maybe start focusing on like the panning first and volume, then maybe side chaining, but some equalization. But I just want to talk about like the arranging thing. So I'm just gonna like even give you an idea, of like what I would do in order to like further enhance this project I was working on, because this is something that I started last year in June, and I think I basically ended it that same night. I came home from work that one night, and I was like, "Oh, this melody's fire." And I usually make the melodies off my keyboard, the QWERTY keyboards, one for computers. So like every once in a while, I'll get a nice melody if it's with a nice sound. So it's just like the original. So this is what it originally sounded like, and unfortunately, it just doesn't sound like that any longer because of the VSTs. They expired. Alright, I think that's fire. The lead that you hear, that na 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 na, is the one that expires, so I had to change it. But I was thinking when I was changing it that even though it sounds a little bit different, the vibe's not that quite different, but it still sounds different. I left it with space that makes it make sense, I feel like, to where someone could be rapping over it. And why I'm saying that is because it's just like, even though there's nothing wrong with what I just played, if I like probably made the lead a little more back, less like more quiet, basically, it might make more sense. Maybe some reverb, I don't know, but that almost sounds like that, and you can still rap over it. It's just so forward, you know what I mean? So this is what it sounds like now. I'm gonna play this how it is because it's arranged now. I split it up and like the sounds differently, so I'm gonna talk about it because then I have some ideas for it. That's kind of it. And the thing is, like, with that little change right there, excuse me, I'm gonna put it in right there. It's kind of subtle, but like, so now let me get into like the thought process stuff. The thought process stuff might get confusing, but it's not. Excuse me, let me like just. All right. Anyway, so just to show an example of like what I mean by two sounds that don't sound right, so I put them in two different spots, is the sound that you just saw me move plus these chords right here, which I'm having a difficulty putting in because they were pianos, but I don't want pianos. Alright, now you can hear that there's two different sounds, but you also have to like really hear that there's two different sounds. So to get rid of that problem, what I'll do is put it in a different section. All right. What you can also see here is that I brought in the kick right here too. Now I brought in the kick is because there's an energy shift. We have these chords coming in, and that's basically the only thing that's changing. I removed one sound that you could first, you wouldn't even be able to hear, by the way. But this kick, you just when you kind of know maybe you're getting into like a verse basically. Now about these chords that are playing. Hear that? So you kind of heard that there's chords playing. The only thing changes is the top line. Now I just changed this before I got into recording this video. It's like I really have to clear something in the back of like my nose or throat. That's a weird feeling. But basically, like, you know, I want these chords to be audible, right? Because it adds a groove to it. Now the thing about that is that, well, I said you can't hear it with this. You can still hear it. Everything can play together. But instead of having this specific sound play, now what I could do technically is go inside of analog, and there might be an option here that'll make it make sense with this sound, right? I can maybe change the brightness, the timbre, most likely those two options, and it'll sound right with the sound that I said that can like how about we try it, right? Let's see. Let's go here. And let's go back to that sound. Now maybe if I made it darker. I said made it darker as I turned the brightness up. So that doesn't make any sense. And also turning the timbre up is not going to make sense either. I'm going to go back. I didn't change anything to begin with. So we're just going to go back to beats like flute. Now I guess what we can do is go to the Analog Lab 3, and maybe there's something within that sound we can change before we just add a different sound. I think adding a different sound, a more short sound, is going to be better though. So maybe if we can turn this down a little bit lower, the timbre, maybe it'll be. Now you really don't want to turn them down because you really can't hear what they had to bring to begin with. Metalize, I guess. Is that really the sound I was with? I'm saying you can't even hear it. So what I'll do instead is basically open up our project, make a new pattern, right? I still want those chords there, and I'll just stick with analog. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna just copy these, Control C, go to this new pattern, click on it, open up this, open up analog. I'll make something a little bit more short. Control V. Now, the thing is, I want to hear it with the drums, is because I'm making something shorter. It's like I kind of want more of like a pop, almost in a way. Now, I've never really done a lot of things before, so I have to really try to execute these ideas. Because basically when it gets to here, it's when it's going to change. It's going to be a different sound, but I want it to not change in just straight sound. It has to be a change that sounds right. Now it's like the best change is like, okay, adding a filter to where like you can just high pass it or cut it out and then it'll just open up or something like that. And to which in that case, it's like you would always want a sound that's definitely higher in brightness and stuff, so it makes sense when it's lower, when it's getting cut, and higher when you know you add a little sweep or whatever the fuck. And then I could go back and then technically increase this brightness and then add the filter sweep. But first we're gonna just work with a different sound first. Not the sound that Analog Lab is going to give us. I want to see what's up with the electric piano. What I'm gonna do is change this up just to see if the kick's coming in with all this energy. I want it maybe mixed with the other energy. This is kind of like laid back, so maybe it's just gonna. It's like all of that, the first initial stuff is just, it's kind of wet. You kind of just hear the tail of all the other sounds. Like, let's go back. It's like when you pause it, you kind of hear the reverb still playing. You kind of hear with that too. You hear the sustain. But it's like, what I tend to like now better is just like, okay, now that the kick's coming in, you're adding harmonics, maybe, let's tighten it up. It's kind of like what I'm thinking here, in my opinion, because it's just like, it almost just becomes, I like mixing stuff, but then let's say you have this bad kick sample, you're wondering like what's wrong with it. Maybe later on down the line, it could be the kick that's muddying up the stuff, and which things are, I don't have a poor relation to other things. I don't know. I don't know. The 808, like this 808. I'm adding harmonics to this 808 with this bass, and it's like I'm on the fence if I maybe need it or not. I only have it to, and it should be probably applied to some higher frequencies, which it just sounds. Doesn't sound bad. This really sounds like not even 808 for real. Almost sounds like a bass, but it's just like it cuts through on the phone speakers, meaning that it'll sound good on earbuds. If it sounds good on phone speakers, and I have an Android from Metro PCS, all right. If it sounds good on that, it's fine. The mix is fine. I promise. I'm telling you. You feel me? And I can make it cut through, but it's when it clips on the louder speakers, like in the vans and stuff like that. I drive for Scamazon. That's a problem, right? So the only thing I have in relation to compare my stuff to are beats that have 808s, and it's like, all right, what haven't I done yet? You feel me? But it can't be that. It can't be too. There's no way you have to add all this processing to an 808 for it to just fucking sound good on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. But distortion and saturation are like the main things. You feel me? But when you add those, you just have to understand, okay, I have this 808 that's distorted. I have this 808 that's saturated. It's adding all these harmonics. What does it sound like in relation to the other sounds on my beat? When you factor in, okay, the sound selection, you take in mind the arrangement basically at the same time. You take in mind what sounds good with different combinations, like I was saying at the beginning. It's because you're not picking these sounds all at the same time. You're selecting them one by one, right? You're slowly adding sounds into the mix, and by then you're gonna think anything sounds good. But when you break it apart, then it really sounds good. But I mean, I'm not feeling this electric piano though. I think thinking it, but. Okay, I think that's like kind of nice. Like, so honestly, so like there's one that's not nice because I don't like how that. I wouldn't want to start the song off with that. Listen, if there's an instrument that you think sounded good as a switch up or that just comes in, and I hit my mic twice, so I apologize, at like just the time where you think it's gonna switch up or be a nice switch up, and I said switch up a lot of times, but you wouldn't play it at the beginning of your beat, I wouldn't put it in. You feel me? If you have to like say, oh, if this is coming in too harshly, let me turn it down, you might as well not put it in. That means there's a better sound to put in, basically. Especially if it's just fucking called E dot piano. But like what I really want to be heard too, because this is the melody. I like that part. I'm kind of forgetting what I started out with though. I made this with two. So I clearly looking at this. I made this a call and response. So I don't remember, but basically when we get to this section is when we just have smooths out, not a lot of stuff happening. It's nice and mellow. It is insane how much information, how much content, how much this beat relies on this 808. That is crazy that this did not sound the same without. That's fine. That part's fine. This wasn't fine. Maybe because it's really the chords kind of weak. They wouldn't be able to carry without that 808. That's crazy. That might have potential, question mark? Oh yeah, I'm muting my mic, by the way. damn, if I can change up the flow, if like, cause like that, so like, there wasn't a, I don't think there's an organ in here unless I'm using it for this. No, that's electric piano. But that organist pad sounded fire. And I think I can segue into like a different section of an arrangement with that sound. My bones, I'm getting old, I'm dying. Anyway, your mom is getting old and she's still alive and kicking. Yeah, I will not say your mom is dying. I will not say that. Like and subscribe. There's definitely a way to like lead out everything and then turn back in with some energy, but it's like I gotta hear it out first. So what I'm gonna do here is something like what I like to do. That little lead off right here is kind of fire, and I'm gonna use this as a timer. I'm gonna use it as a timer to get back into some energy. So we're gonna listen to it again, put this where it needs to be, because this is gonna be the energy in the spot where there's no energy. So this right here is gonna. So what I'm gonna do is use this to change now. So like now that I feel like we've mellowed out, we still want movement. We're just gonna have this step, a little step up. You feel me? Let's get here again. Maybe you want to step a little faster. I don't like the full effect of that lead clashing. I don't want to worry about mixing it, so we're gonna think of a nice way to just put it in there without that. We still like that delay action though happening. And I'm also thinking about bringing this in right here. Here we go. Hopefully that sounds right. You know, and this is all about making verses. Like, so it's like, yeah, I could do the typical, schmickle, regular, like fucking thing that you, other things. See, I don't watch those videos, but like how they tell you to make a verse and shit like that. It's like when you just understand the combos, the chopping up your own stuff and combination it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you can, like, cause like, now people probably don't have enough words for the verses. Me, I force it. I brute force it. I made a song the other day. Like, it's so fast to rap over. I do have it uploaded. It's called Roster, but it's just like, I just brute forced it, you know. If you're really an artist, they'll paint on any canvas. Let's hear from the beginning. I don't want to hear from the beginning. This is what I do, alright? Bitch ass nigga. What we have to do is figure out how we're going to get this back in here, though. Because we were worried about it being tight and all that stuff. Now we have like a more wet sound. You know, tight and wet sounds is what we like. This isn't tight and wet. This is wet and loose. It's all over the place, bro. It's really masking the other sounds. I already know it's gonna happen, right? And also, we've just completely forgot about this sound up here too. Like, we're gonna probably just bring that back over there. You know, I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fire. It's fine. It's already good enough. Does it interfere with the EP? Nope. Gotta add a transition. There's just so many ideas because now I feel like I can add a lead that like does this, right? Hold up. Let me add that transition first. And if I still have that idea, then that means the idea probably wasn't bad. Let me just open up a riser. There we go. Yeah, I'm about to add another melody. But like that right there might happen like later because that when that melody is gonna hit when the bass comes in. So like that's when things come back together. You know, I'm thinking ahead already. So I think a piano might be acceptable now because I don't know what other instrument I'd use. Unless I use your mom, you know what I'm saying, type shit. That might be not enough. Okay, that's like honestly just hearing that fourth note and just a little bit of this beat makes me feel like if you slow the tempo up or just do some adjustments I don't know how to do yet, I can do the tempo thing. You can just almost switch up. It almost sounds like a different beat for a second. Now, you can make it sound whimsical. Like, so let me see. Yeah, that sounds a little like, let me see. Nah, I shouldn't even have changed this shit, bro. I gotta hear it. Right? I could do that, I think. But it sounds I don't like how it would lead into the next section. Unless I added something that goes bum bum, right? Maybe some orchestral hits that go bum bum that go down would be fire. I don't have those. Let me see. That's technically close to what I want. I'm gonna try it real quick. I don't think I'm gonna like necessarily like it, but let's just try it real quick, bro. This shit sounds so corny already. Hold on. I got something. Dun, dun, bah. That's hilarious. That's trash. What we're gonna do anyway, let's go see. Dun, dun, bah. Let's just put. I'm not doing this. I just wanted to see what was up. That's something that you like. The idea behind it's an idea that you could do. The sounds aren't great. Yeah, we're not doing that. But let's delete some of this stuff. The orchestral hits were kind of like a good idea if they sounded good. I think the bell's fine. We're just not gonna put it in yet. We're just gonna cut it out. Put maybe its own pattern. Definitely a nice little addition, by the way. That type of bell. And I said I didn't want this thing to go up, so we're gonna delete this. We're gonna listen back. This is what I do. I shouldn't have strayed for focus, but we're literally gonna start the beat over. We're gonna keep some of this in because I definitely want to. What? I could change the 808 pattern here. I could change the 808 pattern, right? Right? I could, like, damn. So, like, this is like, so, alright. Hold up now. That's fire. We're doing it. I don't know if it's too sudden. Like, should that come like later in? Maybe I need to carve some more time and space out for that to happen. We gotta change the kick. Let's get rid of it. It's not as low as I want. That's not what I want. like I have to like make the. I need to make a separate melody section for this 808 because like I gotta listen to the beat. I guarantee a better 808 can be used here. I just think it can be something that's just a. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna play around. Like I like what's happening with this one. I forgot I put that riser in, but when I knew I put it in, I knew I didn't really fuck with it that much. But what would be an interesting effect for the whole beat is that at that moment, when the riser does that, is if the beat like scratches or some shit. And the way to do that is to route everything that I want to do that to gross beat is my idea to do something. But we're just gonna put on the masters to see what's up. Cause I'm not routing this shit down. Give a fuck. On my way to be a platinum producer, I'm making a fire beat, bro. Someone's gonna be like, this guy put time and work in this shit. So I put time and work in your mom. Remember that? Yeah. I put time and work into finding where my plugins are at. There it is. Oh my goodness! And then I can't aim. I'm getting old, bro. I can't aim. Like I just closed out every wrong thing after that. Alright, so let's look at this shit. The thing about it is that it would require automation, which I don't feel like doing. Maybe that's enough, but it's like, oh my god, dude. Let's see what's up with any, like, nah. I kind of liked that first look. Let's see. Make it play. And is there a way to like multi-click this shit? Cause like damn. I like this kind of rule, but it shouldn't be added to the master. I kind of like it on the 808 itself. And that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to get rid of this on the master and put that straight right on the 808. And then that's where I'll mix it. I think, well, I don't know actually, no. Yeah, that's really specific on when the 808 actually plays. Like, damn, there should. Okay, there it is. Alright, so we're just gonna get rid of that. We're gonna pitch that idea. And we're actually gonna listen to it now this time. Alright, we're gonna hear. I think some of the sounds could be a little bit better selected, but something I'm wary about is this sound. I busted one of my earpods, so I really can't hear out the right one. So it's like this right here. That's really audible. But it's whatever. Hey, I should put the lyrics over it, right? I should put the lyrics over it, these garbage ass lyrics, you feel me? Type shit. Because this is just a call and response. Getting rid of this, getting rid of the response, maybe putting something else there. Well, the main actually. It's really exposing the 808. Like I heard the last couple plays through, but this 808 is kind of. It's not the 808. It's the. It could be the 808. Dude, this 808's fucking perfect. Even though, hold up, am I even unmuted? Even though I chose this earlier, like, I probably started the video for this. It's perfect now. It's not adding too much tail or any of that stuff, even though I'm trying to get me a little, come on, heads or tails, come on now, flip the coin. Hey, put the dick in that bitch's groin. Right in her loins. Yeah, that would have been better. I got bars type shit. I kind of like, I don't like the 808 anymore. It's lacking. Maybe. I think they have a little bit more in it, but it's like fine, I guess, for now. What? Bitch, I just wanna fuck. I don't want no swipe, don't want no wife. Bitch, your paper slide. Bitch, come over here. Bitch, come over there. Right back to them streets where we didn't meet. I should probably keep this playing for another bit. So now I'm in the mindset of thinking about how it would sound if I was rapping over it. And if I was rapping over it, I probably don't want this to go away too soon. You know, kind of keep in mind the rule of 3, very powerful. If you don't know what that is, it's when you only have 3 inches to work with. I don't like that dip. Bitch, I'm just trying to flip. I just want no slut, don't need no wife. Bitch, go over there. I'm trying to make it clear. Right back to them streets where we didn't meet. Better be discreet and then we repeat. Bitch out here with some splash, disrespect. No disrespect, I can't fit the check. Ooh, I'm coughing up the chest. Ooh, she want a trick. Oh, I gave her dick. Ooh, she tryna click. Oh, nothing wanna fix. I just wanna run for breasts. I just want to stretch. Yeah, it's flowy. Come on, now we're vibing. Damn, we're okay. We playing that for too long. Maybe we should have like. No, I feel like maybe we should have ended it there. I feel like that was a little bit too long. Like too many of these chords playing. Maybe 2 and 2 is perfect enough. Really, I gotta understand at the same time. Rule of 3, technically it's like 1, 2, right? So really peep this. This is the rule of 3, how I interpret it. It's 1, 2, and the third one, I get rid of it and add something new for 3. But that something new for 3 is the 1, right? It's a 3 for the old one. So it's like, this is 1, 2, 3, right? This is 1, 2. So, oh man, I'm just terrible about this. Look at the first 2 patterns up top, right? The rule of 3, right, is applying to the first pattern. It's playing right here. It's playing right here. And for the third section, it's not playing. But for the third section, and I've done this literally earlier in the video, I switched it up to a different one. All right, so this is 3, but this is also 1 because it's also a different sound. So this is the rule of 3. Again, 1, 2, and for 3, I removed it, but I didn't add a different sound or anything like that. Technically, right, I put that sound in there, in a way. All right, but don't overthink it. It's just keeping interest levels high, even though I'm running out of weed type shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to get some more. I'm about to take a hit right now. My dumbass forgot to work on this. And then, like, damn it. Hold up. So first of all, we can just make this note longer. That's fine. It's just a lead-in. Also, I was seeing what was like that was like something wrong. Alright, we're definitely gonna want the kick here. And we're gonna want to lead up too. So to make it more powerful. Hey, remember when I said something about that bell? I could have just kept it there, by the way. Could have kept it there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay, people. Now, this is when maybe it would make sense to kind of have a more wet 808, simply because there's not. It's like, ugh. The melody is more quiet, basically, and I kind of peeped that this 808 is a little bit short. Like when I first put it in, like let me see, it doesn't even sound short. I mean, like this right here, for example. If I were to have an 808 with more sub in it, like this, let's like go to the 808 pattern. I use this. I like this one. Now, if I did this, we did this one. Maybe what I'm talking about will make sense. I'm saying, even though that shit was probably loud as hell, that having sub and just like tail to it added so much more of a difference. So I'm going to now play the other 808 back, and we could just, dude, is my mic even? Alright, yeah. I'll just play it back and just hear the difference. Like, it's crazy. I feel like I have to turn it up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you'll be able to know why. It's like, you don't want to keep turning your 808 up. Firstly, the 808 has longer frequency waves, so more so likely if you stepped back from your monitors, which I'm listening off to now because I said my AirPods are broken, you're going to hear your 808s. Like, they're going to be booming, right? And if that's kind of the case, they might be loud. They might be too loud, technically. But it's been like this, and it's this 808 I be talking about. This 808 just overpowers everything. You know, all this processing on this 808 makes it feel as though maybe I shouldn't have done what I did. But there's nothing wrong with what I'm about to try right now, and that is having two different 808s in the beat. Oh, I did switch it up. All right, so anyway, we'll just hear what it sounds like with the different 808 changing. Fuck it. I didn't know I already switched it up. All right, we're just gonna start from the beginning. I know this is boring, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so first of all, we're going to hear what it sounds like as the intro like that in the first place. having these two different 808s adds a different dynamic now. It could imply two different artists, two different type of energies. I don't think it's bad. But now I feel like with such a sudden, with the change in 808s and there being a difference, there would need to be a infrastructure. You know, we'd have to change up the top. We'd have to change the melodies and how we combine them now. It's because now, with my idea, like here, I have an idea. Like the 808s add so much of their own theme and vibe to the beat that like you can, like the melodies, you know what I'm saying? Like you can just have just straight 808s and drums and stuff like that. You don't need melodies. But because now we have two different 808s, and I was just working off just one the whole time, but I think I'm on two, it's almost like I need to change what I do up here now, to be honest. And that's something for another fucking time. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to do something else, but like just think about it. Like there's a lot to go into arranging, and it's just, you know, I guess it's what sounds good. I'm not saying it sounds good. I really can't hear that well because I don't have earbuds in. It sounds fine off my speakers. If I turned it down, it might even. Trying to keep in mind of having a peak that doesn't peak too loud, just for mastering purposes. Have to really control the low end. I feel like something could have been different there, in my opinion. Maybe the hi-hats can be different. That sound definitely has to be different. Too much energy in this 808 pattern, in my opinion. It might be appropriate here, but not right there. I think this slice just removes a lot of the groove, to be honest. You know, I think you just want all those notes playing to be like I think you want all those notes playing when we get back in there. Only because we're using the 808 that's kind of thin, and also, you know, I just feel like too much energy right here. So what we're gonna do with that, literally getting rid of one note, changing the pitch of it, I think just changes the energy, because it's just like the second time it goes boom 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 is probably better. We'll actually even add this bell right there. We still want to introduce it. Maybe we could even put this a little bit lower or even further down there, but not really, maybe, because it's just like we still want to introduce that it's going to be like a different section. So we want to change that mini grand piano sound, by the way, or at least turn it down, I guess. Who cares? pattern could still use a couple changes, but it's whatever for now, I think. I think that bell needs to be in tune, buddy. Something to keep in mind is that we're having a lot of call, right? So like elements to this beat that like are just so minute, it makes me think that I'm never gonna make it because I'm thinking about too much shit. But remember, this analog 3 and 6, because it's number 3, number 6, these two things right here are calling and responding to each other. So it's like that response has been shortened when I chopped it down like that. But I think I'm gonna cut the video here. I mean, remember, it first started off like this, arguably better. And now it sounds like this.